Hey guys, welcome to another video with FMT. I'll be your host, FMT, and that sounded lame because I feel lame, and I've been in a robe all day, and I've watched a bunch of Mythbusters, and I fed my dog, and I fed me, and that's about the extent of what I've accomplished today because I feel like a useless blob. So I figured, if I feel the part, I might as well play the part. So it's about 3:30, and I've decided that I don't want to be completely used to I see, I can't even fucking talk. I don't want to be completely useless today. So I'm going to make this video about the table that I had on Sunday night. And I don't know if most of you know, but I close the store on Sunday nights. Pretty typical for me. I close, and except for next week. But I close, and the past few weeks I've closed Bar Side, and that's been great. But Sunday night, this past Sunday night, I wasn't feeling very well, and I was closing anyway, so I was just kind of going through the motions, still giving good service, but just not up to my usual, haha, I'm gonna talk and joke with you, just kind of like, oh, okay, great, smile and bring your food and shit. So, trying to put on a good face, not really working. I just felt like crap. So they sent me to this table towards the end of the night. This is what this whole post is going to be about. This one fucking table, and I'll make a written post for everybody else, and kind of as a addendum to this post, because I talked to my manager, one of the good managers, one of my favorite managers, and he says that it's been like a full moon every single night for the past month, maybe even the past few months, just because our new normal clientele are fucking crazy, every single fucking one of them. And Sunday night was just a big, huge clusterfuck of crazy. So this is just a little piece of crazy from that night. And like I said, I'll go ahead and I'll post a summary of the other crazy that we encountered that night. So anyway, getting back to the story, they sent me at this table at like 8:30, so we have like an hour and a half left to go. But this table, there were only 2 people at it, but I could tell they were waiting on other people. Went up and greeted them. They said, yeah, we want this to drink, blah, 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 whatever, and we want some mushrooms to start. I didn't ring in the mushrooms, and I could pretend that that was on purpose, but to be honest, I wrote it down and then I forgot. But once again, they're waiting for some more people, so it's not that big a deal. And the other people arrive, and they decide that, they need to order right then before I get their drinks, which actually works in my favor, so, because at this point, I've realized I've forgotten to ring in the mushrooms. And I get their drink order, I get their food order, and everybody fucking orders. It's called the Create Your Own Feast, and snow crab and steak are offered on this Create Your Own Feast, and they cost a little extra, but you can get them. And so every single person, or well, okay, not every single person, the couple over here each order one, and the couple over here order one to share. But point is, I have 3 orders with snow crab and fucking sirloin. And I'm like, oh, okay, well that's fucking great. How do you want your steaks cooked? And they look at me and go, well done. And in my head I'm going, fuck. Because well done steaks take 20 to 25 minutes minimum to cook. And keep in mind, Red Lobster made a change that, we didn't tell the public, by the way, only the employees know. They made the New York strips a little bit smaller so that they would cook quicker. They reduced them by 2 ounces. And something about the sirloins, they now do a thin cut steak if you order it medium well or well done. So once again, the goal is to get it to cook quicker, but it still takes for fucking ever because it's a well done steak, and you don't want to serve somebody a steak that is supposed to be well done that's not, so they want to be damn sure that it's well done. And so I told them, and we're supposed to tell them, we're supposed to say, hey, this steak is going to take a good 20 to 25 minutes to cook, and I just wanted to make sure that was okay with you. So I did. I asked them, and they said, oh yeah, that's okay, we're just, having dinner out, we're not in a hurry. And I said, oh, okay, well that's wonderful, I'll get those started for you. Give me just a moment to go get your drinks, and I'll be right back. So I go put in those fucking mushrooms right then, before I even start making the drinks, because those are going to take 7 minutes. And I think about it, and I decide it's a good idea to go ahead and ring in the steaks and everything. Kind of puts me on a time crunch. That means if I happen to get busy, I could completely have just fucked myself, because I might not have time to go get the salads, and then the salads come out right before the food, and then they're mad because they couldn't finish their salads. Usually that fucks me over, but I figure they're well done steaks, it doesn't happen all that often, we're not busy, I'm gonna risk it. So I did, I rang in everything all at once. Because here's my logic. I ring in the mushrooms now. The steaks start cooking now. The mushrooms are going to be done in 7 minutes. That means the steaks have been cooking for 7 minutes, which shaves 7 minutes off their waiting time for the steaks. Once they're done with the mushrooms, let's say another 5 minutes later, so we're looking at 12 minutes now, I'll go start making their salads at 12 minutes. And so I'll have them out to the table by about 15 minutes. So now the steaks have been cooking for 15 minutes. Their salads have come out. They have 10-ish, maybe 5 to 10 minutes to eat their salads before their steaks are ready. And that's not when the steaks hit the table. That's when they're ready and they get put in the window to be dressed, to be sent out. So by the time it actually gets out, they've probably only been waiting 5 or 10 minutes without food because, you know, it took maybe 5 or 10 minutes to eat their salad. So by the time it actually makes it to the table 35 minutes later, it doesn't feel like they've been waiting so long. So that was my plan. And it actually, I guess really it did work. Anyway, I go and I get the drinks and the biscuits and I check on the mushrooms and they said 2 more minutes. So I go out to the table and I relay that information to them. I say, hey guys, here's your drinks, here's some hot biscuits. Those mushrooms are almost ready. I'm going to be right back with those. And everybody's happy. So see, I saved myself after I forgot the mushrooms. And everybody's happy because the steaks are cooking, this and that. Bring the mushrooms out, get those going, that's cool. They don't really seem like they want to talk to me. They're having a good time with each other, which is fine with me because I feel like crap. I don't want to talk to them. My plan went according to plan. I got their salads out at about 15 minutes, so that's not an issue. I didn't fuck myself there. So I go and dress my food, bring it out to the table, and I set the dishes down. Guys, is there anything else I can get for you? Any butter, lemon, extra sauce, napkins, anything I can bring you right now? And they all look around. Oh no, everything looks great. And then the big bitch, she turns and looks at me and goes, yeah, I have a question. And that's bitch speak for, this isn't really a question, this is me bitching at you. And I knew it, and I went, yes ma'am. What can I help you with? I don't even remember what I said, because I was just thinking, fuck. So we're gonna pretend I said, yes ma'am, how may I answer your question? And she looks at me and goes, why is it that when I come in here on like a busy day, my food comes out really fast, but I come in here tonight and there's like nobody else here and our food takes like so long to come out? I don't even really know how to respond to this without sounding like I'm teaching a 5-year-old how to count to 3. When you come in on a busy day, you probably actually wait longer for your food. It just doesn't feel as long because you're in the middle of a busy restaurant, people are walking by, you have shit to watch, you have people's conversations to listen to, you can fucking eavesdrop on everybody, and you have family to talk to too if you're coming out to eat like these people were. They look like family. But on this particular night, they requested to sit in the very front section of the bar, which is divided by a wall, so not only are they separated from everybody else that's eating there tonight, making them feel, like alone in the world up in the front there, but we only had one cook, I'd like to point out. We had one cook doing fry, grill, doing the prepping if we needed anything prepped. Every time we had somebody do fucking like Parmesan anything, he had to go back and bread the whole thing, and anything on the fry side, he had to bread that shit and throw it in. And that guy was fucking on fire. When they take 20 to 25 minutes to cook, and I was walking out of the kitchen with the food at 27 minutes, that means he had it ready between that 20 and 25 minute time frame. So it's not that we were slow and only had one cook and he was struggling to keep up. No, it was that it was on time, and that's how fucking long it takes to cook a well-done steak. So I'm trying to think about how to explain this to her, and she just keeps going too. She goes, because, I come in here at lunch and my food comes out in like 15 minutes. And at this point, I find something to latch onto. I'm like, oh, 15 minutes. Okay, fine. Lunch tickets are usually about that long. And I say, well, ma'am, at lunch we do have menu items on the lunch menu they're intended to come out quicker. They're intended to be quick lunches so that people can get in and out. And she goes, no, like we order this at lunch, steak and crab, and it comes out in 15 minutes. Newsflash, either you live on another fucking planet or you're a goddamn liar. There is no fucking way you got a fucking well-done steak in 15 minutes at lunch. I don't care what day you come in. I don't care if you come in on a slow Monday lunch or a busy Sunday lunch or even fucking like the moderately busy Friday lunch. You are not getting a well-done steak in 15 minutes. It is impossible unless you want us to kill your steak. We can nuke it in our microwave and cook it really quick, but that's not what we do. We actually cook it on the grill. We don't put heavy shit on top of it to squish it down and make it cook faster, because that squeezes all the juices out, and then you get a nice hockey puck. So at this point, I'm just looking at this bitch like, you are a fucking liar. And I tell her too, I was like, ma'am, I'm not sure how you've gotten a well done steak in 15 minutes, but it has always been 20 to 25 minutes. That is how long it takes us to cook a well done steak. And she continues to argue with me. And so finally, and I'm not even going to argue the point about well, you're in a fucking empty restaurant. Of course, it's going to feel like it takes longer because you don't have all the stuff to distract you. I'm not even going to go into that. And I was just like, well, ma'am, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I can assure you that I looked at the ticket time, and from the moment I rang it in to the moment I took it out of the kitchen, it was a 27-minute ticket time, which is just over the 20 to 25 minutes I quoted you. Maybe it was a little bit longer, but I was like, this is normal for well-done steaks. And she looks at me with her bitch eyes and goes, yeah, that's just, no, it was too long. I don't know, this is ridiculous. We've never had to wait this long for food. And I looked at her again, because I'm not backing the fuck down off of this, and I go, ma'am, I told you when you ordered the food it was going to take 20 to 25 minutes. It took 27 minutes. I don't know what you want me to do for you. And she stares at me, and I think she realizes I'm not going to do anything for her. And she goes, it's fine. It's fine. It's just fine. And I said, okay, and walked off. And I went and got my manager, the cool manager that said that we're getting crazies now, and I told him what was going on, and he went to talk to the table, and he said, oh, the minute he got over there, she backed the fuck off. She was all, oh, no, everything's fine. I was just asking a question. I was just asking a question because I was just a little bit confused. It's really no big deal. And so he kind of wheedles it out of her. He's like, oh, come on, man, blah, 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 my server said. And so she finally goes, well, yeah, it's just ridiculous that I had to wait this long. And so my manager, I love him. My manager goes, well, ma'am, my server informed you when you ordered how long it was going to take? And she goes, yes. And he goes, well, I checked with the kitchen and it took 27 minutes. So unfortunately, there's nothing I can do for you because that is accurate. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, because that bitch is fucking crazy. I've never been anywhere where they can give you a well-done steak in 15 minutes unless they have, like, nuked it or, I don't know, fuck. No, even then, no, just fuck it. There's no way. So this piece of crazy ran up a $80-something tab, like $86 or something, $86 tab, and then tipped me, surprisingly, $8 on it, which I wasn't expecting. But she took my pen, and I think she did that on purpose. I think she took my pen because she knows we hate when people take our pens, but joke's on her, because that was actually a pen that I found on the floor earlier that day that nobody claimed, so it wasn't even my pen. So that's okay. Even if it had been my pen, that's free advertising for me, because my personal business is plastered onto those pens because I use them as promotional items. So even so, I wouldn't have been very upset. And she probably thought tipping me 10% was teaching me a lesson for arguing with her about the 25-minute well-done steak. But you paid for my dinner that night, so I'm really not all that upset. But I am upset that you are stupid enough to think that you can have a well-done steak in less than 25 minutes. Seriously. So anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you because this bitch is fucking stupid. Fuck it, I'm fucking done with this video. Just fuck.